with about 3.5 miles to go to his third Formula One World Championship.
Can they believe it? Out come the Ferrari mechanics to greet home their ultimate hero, Michael Schumacher. The Japanese are following the Germans here with their air horns and giving it lots and lots of welly, the maximum amount of noise. You are about to see Germany's Michael Schumacher in Italy's Ferrari become world champion.
Hakkinen's just done the fastest first sector of the race. Hakkinen, the gap down to 4.2. He will not let Michael Schumacher relax and enjoy. Look, in the background there's not enough time for him to do anything, but he's going to keep Michael honest all the way to the checkered flag. Michael's starting to coast because he does not want to push his luck on this tricky, slimy racetrack, and Hakkinen is saying, right, I'm going to make you really work all the way to the line. But I don't think Hakkinen has enough time left. Clearly, he does not have enough time left to spoil Michael Schumacher and Ferrari's party.
But it shows what a worthy double world champion Mika Hakkinen is. He refuses to give up. A magnificent race for Hakkinen, a superb race for McLaren, but a brilliant race for Michael Schumacher, who exits the chicane for the 53rd and last time to win the 2000 Japanese Grand Prix and the World Championship for the third time, to give Ferrari and Italy their dream. And look, he knows it. He is absolutely beside himself with joy. He contained himself. You heard Martin say how nervous he was at the beginning of the race, but his ultimate dream has been succeeded. He can now let the emotion flood, and when he gets out of this car, he will be out of the cockpit, over to the mechanics to greet them and thank them for everything they've done. Well, the floodgates have broken for Ferrari. It's a well-deserved victory. It would have been no less well-deserved if McLaren had won it, because they try just as hard as do all the other Formula One teams. But in the end, somebody has to be first and somebody has to be second. This year, it was Schumacher and Ferrari. This year, it was Hakkinen and McLaren. So, a new name amongst those 3 times world champion winners. Fangio won it 5 times, Prost won it 4 times, but Jack Brabham, Jackie Stewart, Niki Lauda, Nelson Piquet and Ayrton Senna won it, and now Michael Schumacher, 3 times world champion. We're leaving, but we will be back for the podium.
What is it with blokes and pubs, eh?
You'd think they'd find something better to do with it. Stand around drinking beer, talking rubbish and leering at the opposite sex.
Oh, look at the barman. We missed him. He is gorgeous.
Whoa. Oi, nice bum, mate. Cheers.
Green King IPA. Time well spent.
You fluffy little bunny. Oh, I miss you, baby.
What? She doesn't love you. What? Louise can't love you like we do. Does Louise allow you to easily shop around for your ISAs and your unit trusts and your shares and control your own money? Does Louise love you enough to set you free like this? Does she do so many things to make you happy? Does she? No. And we love you, Stuart.
Egg and you, sitting in the sheep.
Yeah, Stuart.
After a transatlantic flight, start your day on the right note with a refreshing shower in Air Canada's Executive First Arrivals Lounge at Heathrow Terminal 3.
Defy weariness.
This new mobile internet, they say it's going to change my life. Well, but I like my life.
Dave, it's going to change some things you don't like. No wires, no waiting. The internet services you want, wherever you are.
So you won't change the good things?
You'll still have those.
Anchovies on pizza?
Still be there.
Ice hockey?
Absolutely.
Feel of leather on naked skin?
If that's important to you, Dave.
Do you know, in the time it takes you to stop a mouthful of beer, an Olympic sprinter can run 100 metres.
They're young. They'll learn.
And here they are. Michael Schumacher drives victoriously into the Parc Fermé. Now we will see joy. Look at that. The mashed ranks of the Ferraristas have burst through the garage. Eddie Irvine, his teammate from last year, congratulates Michael Schumacher on his 3rd World Championship. After a year of endeavour in 96, 97, 98, 99 and now 2000. 5 years of toil, blood, sweat and tears, and he's got his reward.
Yes, after 3 races, Michael had a 21-point lead in this championship over this man Rubens Barrichello, his teammate, and it all looked to be sailing happily along. Mid-season dramas, mistakes, got knocked off the road twice at the start of Grand Prix, and he's really had to work hard for it, and well, you have to say he deserves it, doesn't he?
Michael Schumacher scored up to this and including this race 98 World Championship points. Mika Hakkinen won last year with 76 World Championship points. The gap between them now is down to 12 points. And you can see the emotion. Remember how Michael Schumacher broke down at the... you can hear him shouting in the background. There's 13 points between Ferrari and McLaren, as I said, in the Constructors' Championship. And sure enough, BAR, after all their toil and effort and an awful debut year in 1991, are now up into 5th position in the Constructors' Championship. They've leapfrogged Jordan, and they're only 2 points behind Benetton.
And Ferrari only need 3 points in Malaysia to win their 2nd consecutive Constructors' title. So looking strong there too, with the driver's title in the bag.
Yeah, can I say it again? Nobody could have tried harder than McLaren. 2 magnificent drivers in Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard. A superb team boss in Ron Dennis, a magnificent designer in Adrian Newey, a superb engine with the Mercedes-Benz engine made by Ilmore up at Brixworth, but it just wasn't enough.
Well, the officials patiently waiting up on the podium, ready for the procedure, but Michael Schumacher is not ready. He wants to thank each and every one of his team members.
As he should. There's Pasquale Lattanetto in the background, whose job it is to get the first 3 onto the podium quickly. There's no way he's going to do that now, because there's not a Ferrari man here, but Michael Schumacher is not going personally to greet and thank. Now, oh, I've done it, I've done it, I've done it. I can hardly believe it, but I've done it. But first onto the scales, because the car and the driver together have a minimum weight limit. There's no danger that it will have been exceeded, because every nut, bolt, screw, washer and item on the cars. Remember when McLaren lost 2 Constructors' Championship points because a paper seal was missing off one of the computer boxes. 10 World Championship points that cost them. But Ron Dennis took it on the chin, as did everybody at McLaren. He said rules are rules. It was our fault for breaking it.
Yes, they lost another 6, of course, with Coulthard's problems in Brazil when he was thrown out for irregularities on the measuring of the front wing end fences. So McLaren will be ruining those 16 points that they've been docked. But they've still got a chance of the Constructors' Championship. They're going to be tough.